Don't come up and stop me walking around this place like I own it.
Real fighters don't quit. I run the show. This is my home.
It was really Floyd's insistence on making it happen. It was really self-created.
Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. The upcoming fight, slated for August 26 on Showtime, is projected by some as potentially being the highest-grossing pay-per-view event in the history of boxing. Showtime Sports head Stephen Espinoza takes the Wall Street Journal behind that potentially historic deal and how this fight worth hundreds of millions of dollars has become reality.
I think all of us, internally at one point or another, including, here and members of his team, sort of, laughed and initially said, look, there goes Floyd, generating headlines, being crazy, look what he said tonight. But he kept it up. And he did a series of interviews with us on air, and you could sort of see the progression. He threw it out there. A couple months later, he's, at a fight. We catch up with him. He sort of brings it up again. And, each time that he brought it up, it sounded less and less crazy. McGregor started engaging, then it really caught fire, and the audience responded, and you sensed that there was something there.
The social media momentum.
The social media feedback, the social media traffic, the websites, all of them can document the kind of click rates you got when you wrote about this potential fight. So what had become sort of a fantasy fight and a crazy what if Batman fought Superman, then all of a sudden, Conor's engaging, people want it, wait a minute, this could be something.
What were the biggest points of contention in the deal?
Well, there was one huge hurdle, and that was the UFC's exclusive contract with Conor McGregor, which applied across combat sports. It wasn't just a MMA contract. They had Conor under contract for all of combat sports exclusively. So when UFC said we have no interest in making this fight, and candidly, why would they? It's certainly not building their business. That was really the end of the conversation, because as much as Floyd and Conor may have wanted it, until UFC said, okay, we'll permit this, or we're going to participate, or somehow give the green light, it was a non-starter.
Okay.
So that was a period of probably 6 to 9 months in which publicly UFC was saying, this fight will never happen. We're not going to allow it to happen. Conor is fighting for us in MMA. And behind the scenes, there were discussions going on. From the outside, again, there was a lot of skepticism on this side. Why would UFC allow it to happen? He is their biggest star. He is the engine behind their biggest pay-per-views. Why let him go into a boxing arena? Why get them outside of the core business?
The money.
The guys at WME will give you their own answer. I think part of it is, Conor really wanted to do it. That was clear. And this has the potential of raising his level of visibility even higher.
And UFC.
And UFC as a whole, because what we have seen in the fight already is we are touching and engaging people who've never paid attention to either boxing or MMA before, simply because the combination of these two combustible personalities and the unique nature of the fight has generated some general market interest among people who never cared to watch boxing, including the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight.